can make it.
Yay!
All right. Awesome.
I'll tell her, get your ass in here, bitch.
All right, we're
haven't-
live.
We are.
We're live.
Woo! It's
What's
party.
up?
It's a party.
It's
We're
a
waiting
party.
Yeah, it's a party. It's always a party on Mondays.
We're having a party. Oh, sorry, we weren't here last week. I suck as a person. That was my bad.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
there's Jen. Jen arrived just in time to do the interview.
Oh, Jen's
to
just
do
here for the intro.
Introduction.
I was gonna wing it.
Oh no, you go for it.
Well, here's the intro, guys. Hello, friends. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Rockhead.
That's all we need to say.
Here we go.
What's up? Sorry, I sucked.
Hello.
Last week was hard. I couldn't brain last week, so my bad.
It's
You're
all good.
okay.
We're taking a break from 7C for a week because Noah decided to stay up and watch WrestleMania last night.
Yeah, he's also
One
like,
fucking podcast.
right? God damn it, Joe. It's usually not you I have to yell at. No, and Noah's a corporate slut now, so like he
Yeah.
can't multitask anymore.
Hey, Natalie.
Natalie! What's up, girl?
Girl, life is
My
bad to
favorite
crazy.
rolling pin wielder. So
Haven't
good. Hey, what are our topics for today, guys?
They are how to become a better player
Oh, gross.
and how and what movies
Do you
or
want to see
TV shows or whatever do you want to see turned into a game?
Oh yeah, I immediately polled everyone I was on game chat with whenever that you sent those out, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so I have answers. When we get
Awesome.
there.
You don't have your own answers.
I have my own answers too, but look, they're all written down on this Xanax pad right here. The boyfriend's granddad was a pharmacist and we moved into his house. So there was all kinds of like there's a Valtrex pad, there's a Xanax pad. I got all kinds of cool shit.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Do we got gaming wins this week?
Yeah.
I have gaming wins.
Hell yeah. What you got? Who's going first?
I'll go
Alright.
first.
Yeah, you go
we,
first. I
we
gotta
did.
finish this up.
Oh, shh. Sorry. That was my bad.
You're good.
Okay, flustered. Okay,
Or Joe, sorry.
it's all good. We did our session 0 for our game of Savage Rifts.
Oh, how'd
We
that
made a
go?
bunch of characters. It went really well. We have a pretty good crew. We did Decima, figured out a bunch of stuff about the town. They live in a crashed, half sunken cargo ship in the middle of the Mississippi River, which is
Does it
pretty
have a
cool.
flared base?
Was that?
Does it have a flared base?
I don't believe cargo ships do.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
that's sad.
Not safe.
yeah, they just
I
built on
guess it
top of
depends
it.
on. Well, no, I was gonna say it depends on which way you're inserting it, but no, either way wouldn't
No.
have a flared base.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't believe it does. But yeah, so that's that. And I have a game on this Wednesday of Twilight 2000 where I will be playing an operative.
Like Edward
That's-
Cullen.
Twilight
About
3000.
to
I
say
know.
a
Twilight
silent
2000.
vampire.
Twilight 2000 is like World War III. Like World War III happened in the year 2000.
Got it. Okay, so
Okay.
not vampires.
Not vampires.
No sparkly
Understood.
vampires.
No.
Damn.
Lame.
I feel like I would have liked to see you play a sparkly vampire, Joe.
Yes.
I would play a horrible sparkling vampire.
That's why I want to see it.
He's
I
Team
think his
Jacob.
strategy,
See Jacob.
his strategy would definitely be the one chewing on garlic constantly to build the immunity to it. So then
Okay,
he's
but
undead, but still like
I
dead, undead. So he's rotting as a vampire.
I am fairly certain that the sparkly vampire versions are not averse to garlic. If I remember correctly, like I remember distinctly like Edward being like, Bella, that's bullshit.
Okay.
I
think
think
you're
I remember from I gotta ask my one student who's reading Twilight right now and just see.
I have neither read nor watched Twilight. So
Same.
Neither have I. no
Believe it or
interest.
not, it's one of his favorite movie series.
seriously, I think I just broke Natalie.
It's okay. It's trash, but it's good trash.
I'm good trash. I'm
Really
good
Springer
trash.
good trash.
That's me. I'm good trash. Fuck. Hold on. I saw a meme the other day that said, like, if I was a vampire, I would turn everyone that was vegan into a vampire. They'd be so pissed.
They would find a way, though. They would find a way.
I had a roommate. I think I've already mentioned this, but I had a roommate who was militant vegan and a militant atheist.
Oh,
So otherwise, so that's completely insufferable.
I
Like just
believe that.
the worst person.
Shit.
And like, I'm not religious at all, but like, even I was just like, dude, insulting everyone you meet because they're religious is insane. Like, you're not converting anybody by insulting them.
Like,
And he just did not understand what I was talking about.
He's doing the same thing that he's
Mhm.
mad at other religions for doing.
Yeah. Like, it was just like, dude, this is weird. Like, it was bad. It was bad.
I have statements about that we'll talk about that later. I have feelings on that.
Yeah. Me and him ended up just falling out completely. We did not get along. He was way too into himself.
Yeah. Yeah,
But he can't be. He's vegan. How could he be into himself? He doesn't like it.
self-love. He can go fuck himself. But
Christian's spicy tonight.
Kristen's grumpy. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
So, any other gaming wins?
I've got one. So I had surgery a week and a half ago. Doing
Yay!
it great.
Yay!
Yes, I had a
Yay.
hysterectomy that I've been waiting on. So
So happy for you.
it's all good. And what my bestie crocheted me a little uterus. So she says, now wherever you go, you're not uterusless.
Oh my god. You should have made it a coin purse. You should have made it
Should have made it a coin purse
Oh, that's funny.
where you put the coins in on the bottom.
Your laugh.
That's
Be
a really good
pretty.
idea. I'm gonna have to mention
Or
that
make
to
it
all
like,
night.
you know, like those reversible like octopi where it's like happy face.
It
and
goes
then,
from a vagina to a penis.
Yes.
yeah, like
Progressive
gonna
as
say-
fuck.
happy face and then angry grumpy face, and it's like a different like where it's like pink and happy and then angry face where it's red and then be like, and then you can see like a little tampon sticking out.
Well, if it was a penis vagina, we all know the angry one would be the vagina. We already
Yes.
know that.
Yes.
Joe's like, I don't want to be on this feed anymore.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this.
This is what happens when Noah doesn't show up.
There
Yeah.
you
It
go.
happens when Noah shows up too.
We're
Don't lie.
supposed to be talking about wrestling right now.
Oh, you shut your whore mouth, Joe. You did this. Fuck. Anybody else got gaming wins? Natalie, you got one?
I
I
wasn't
mean-
done with mine yet.
Oh shit! My bad. I thought your
So
uterus
where's
was
my
ready.
thing go?
No. So because I had surgery, my husband got me something to keep me sat down and still for a little
Oh.
bit.
What'd you
So
get?
I got
Oh, so
Is that a Lego?
Another red rocket.
it is a red rocket. It is not Lego brand, it's Mega Bloks brand.
Okay.
Still cool.
And
It's still a Lego set. Let's be
I'm
real.
so
Yeah.
jealous.
I'm gonna Google right now. Stand by.
it's available at Target.
Oh.
It looks so good in person. Oh my god.
That looks
I'm so jealous.
Oh.
There's a dog meat.
Dog Bean's dead. You remember?
Bitch.
She said
It
it, not
does
me.
come with one sole survivor, and I stuck him up here so he wouldn't get lost.
Oh my
Uh,
god. That's amazing.
Alex.
That would make a
I
great
love it.
D&D mini.
I love it.
Yes.
I'd like to return to the fact that Natalie just called me a bitch. Hold on.
Look, you killed dog meat when I was like 8 months pregnant. I
Oh
could
my
not
God, I
handle that
forgot
shit.
That was my bad.
And you will never, ever, 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 ever live it down, Kristen.
I will not.
No.
Zoe, Dog Meat is the lovable dog on Fallout. Zoe hasn't played Fallout. And Dog Meat is the most precious companion ever. And I may have had him decapitated on a vertebrate.
I too would
You
call you a
put
bitch.
his you put his head on a spike.
That- okay, listen, I understand if it was like just the decapitation, but putting the head on this spike is completely like that was planned out.
Oh, it was 100% planned out because they weren't listening to what I wanted them to do.
You can't giveth and then taketh away when it comes
Oh.
to a dog.
DM Yeetith and the DM Yoinketh is where we're at. On that.
No.
So in the same episode, she also killed Preston Garvey.
I did also kill Preston Garvey. He's also
That was
level
okay.
PC.
know who that is?
He will give you PTSD. You don't like him. It's fine.
Another settlement needs your help.
Another settlement needs your help.
Yes.
Okay.
It's where you get all of your side quests from. It's always a settlement needing help. Always.
Okay.
Endless quests.
Mhm.
Ever.
Forever.
There's no
I
way
will find the end.
you want to
I'm
do
the kind of
side quests.
person that solves all of the side quests before I finish the main quest.
Oh no, they will repeat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they repeat.
They repeat?
Yeah.
Is that
So
a
you have
bug?
all these settlements, and then
It's
apparently,
infinite loop.
yeah, shit happens
is
at
no
once. You have
end.
to go clean that up, and then while you're cleaning that up, shit happens at another one. You got to go clean that up. So you're constantly cleaning up after these people who are supposed to be taking care of themselves.
I took care of the
Which is-
problem. You're welcome. Now no one knows that the settlements are fucked up.
It's just an infinite loop?
Yes.
Yeah.
It will restart itself.
Is that a bug?
No.
No,
It's
that's a
Bethesda, so
feature.
maybe it's a feature.
That sounds like a bug.
No, it's a feature. It's
No.
not a bug. It's a feature.
No.
You gotta play Fallout 4.
Yeah.
It's
So
so
at
good.
least you're
Oh,
they're
no,
coming out
man.
with the remake of
really good
Fallout
game.
3. So I'm
I
really
love that
excited
game.
for the remake.
Oh, I know. But I would like to suggest that we put a shadow or a grid system into 76 for when you're building, so you know things are at a right angle or on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because there's no shadow system, and I look at my couch and it's 6 feet off the fucking ground. And I'm like, God damn it! How am I gonna get on it?
Yeah. The whole build menu is pretty shit in 76.
Yeah. But I mean, you've seen my fucking camp. It's a dollhouse. Like, I want like
Yeah.
cool shit in there, and but I can't because so that dollhouse has been in existence for 5 years, and I haven't changed it because fuck that shit.
Yeah, because they fucked with the budget too. With mine, I went to
Yeah.
take out some wires and put something else.
Nope,
And
you
I
suck.
took out wires, and wires count as budget, and I still wasn't able to put anything in.
You thought, yeah. And then my
Yeah.
Halloween camp, because my dollhouse camp ate my Halloween candy bowl. Like, because Zoe, on Halloween, you have a challenge where people have to come trick or treat at your camp in the candy bowl. There's a specific candy bowl. And you get
And
one,
it makes noise.
yeah, and you get one per camp. And that's your budget for it. And my camp ate mine. I couldn't, I took 4 apart. I couldn't find it. So I had to create a new camp, which was just the Nuka-Cola van that says free candy in van with a candy bowl. All of it. It was beautiful.
All right.
Like, that
Okay.
was it. And then one of my friends had one that says, "Why aren't you in the basement?" Like, camps get real fucking weird.
I can
Hey,
tell.
that abandoned clinic set that came out like a week ago would be perfect for yours if
For
you're
my
not in
abortion
the
clinic?
budget.
Oh yeah.
Because I also have in one of my shelters, Zoe, I have an abortion clinic. And
What is this game?
well, no, the title of it is Abort Mission. It says Abort Mission on it. And it's amazing. And it has a display case that has coat hangers in it that says Tools of the Trade.
What is this game?
Whatever
It's the
you make it.
wasteland.
Time I think I understand what the game is. Something else gets mentioned. I'm just like, I don't know what's happening.
It is
Fallout
unhinged.
76 is a different breed. It's a different
It's
breed. of
everything
game.
Yeah.
you want it to be and nothing you want it to be all at the same time.
And like 80 crashes in 20 minutes.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm sold or if I'm just like, I'm perplexed.
Like,
You meet a lot of cool people. A lot of girls play it, which is rare for a game. So you know, like at least you can hang out with other women.
yeah, you got PC.
Oh.
Jen's a PC player. So is Joe. We are PlayStation,
Hmm.
and like
I
it's
play both.
you get on PlayStation. We will run you through it all day long. I will hook you up with shit.
Okay.
I'm level almost 900. What are you, Natalie? Like 10
Like
million?
930, I think.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like it's amazing, but it's like I think their motto should be Bethesda. You'll play it anyway.
Yeah.
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 Still
I got that from my
100%.
friend Nick. I didn't quote that, but he's like Bethesda. You'll play it anyway. It's just what it is.
It just works.
It
That's
just
It just works.
so every
It
time I
doesn't
blue
work.
screen,
Nothing about that game works.
every time I blue screen, I put that in the comments. It just works.
Okay.
Every time because that's what Todd Howard said. They're like, "How does it work?" And he's like, "It just works." And they use a engine from what 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Practically.
Yeah, you'll love it. It's gonna be great, and you're gonna hate it all at the same time.
Okay.
But I thought about
You're gonna hate yourself for how much you love the game.
for sure. Well,
Yeah.
everybody play it. I'm like, my friends live in there. That's where my friends
It's a
are.
it's a really good community though. Like that's the
It
thing about it. It's a
Mhm.
really good community. And
Yeah,
it's not super toxic like a lot of other games are.
Now
Like,
you have
everyone
toxic
helps
people
each other
in
out.
there, but they
Yeah.
are very few and far between.
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's not
I-
sweaty.
I get a lot less. I don't know how it is. Like I think Xbox would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
But like on
That's where
PC
I've
where
heard most of the toxicity is on Xbox.
yeah, like with PC it's pretty chill.
It's not
like-
cross-platform, so
Yeah.
Nah, so I think it sucks.
but it's a lot of fun, and it's the storyline's amazing, and the stuff that they put in for lore is amazing.
Yeah. You can sit there and read for hours, just
Hours,
random
yeah.
stuff.
And it's way better than like ESO and shit. Like it's got like
Yeah.
just the hidden gems in the game are amazing.
And
you
the
can play
teddy
it by yourself. I play
Teddy
it by
bears.
myself, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun just to
And the-
explore the map.
Like have you seen the meme that's like whenever I see the atomic bomb drop, I'm going to go run to the bathroom and certainly be a like what is it called no what's the word I'm looking for? The environmental skeletons. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
An
It's like-
ornament? An ornamental?
Yeah, pretty much like there's one like skeleton you come up on, he's like fishing in a toilet and shit. Like it should people were doing when the bombs dropped.
Yeah.
You should play it. Download it for real.
So good.
If your PlayStation me
If
now,
you can get it on sale, that's even better. But
Yeah.
preferably
Yeah,
on sale.
if your
I
I
PlayStation
could
feel like
I could
It's
probably
clearly
go to
what's on
like
sale.
my
all the
local
time.
GameStop and pick up the game.
yeah.
For $1
Oh, yeah.
probably. Like something
Or
dirt
like
cheap.
go pick it up at my local Second and Charles and get it with store credit.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, literally nobody wants the game, so it's like dirt
Well,
cheap.
Those who want it already have it.
Yeah,
Yes, we're
yeah.
really selling it.
yeah. We're like, hey, it sucks so fucking bad, but play it, it's great.
Play it. Great.
I mean, you can say the same thing about Skyrim. If you've ever
Yeah.
played Skyrim before, it sucks so good you have to play it.
Zoe hasn't played it.
No, see, here's the thing. I play games, but a lot of the time it's like RPGs that were computer based for a very long time because I wasn't allowed to play on my brother's PlayStation. And so I had to play games that I could play on my little baby laptop. And
You're gonna
then
love this.
this is my first like actual gaming PC, but it's like 10 years old because Will got it when we first started dating, and he's like, "Oh, we need to update everything," and so he's working on updating.
That one's old and it plays it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoe, you can have the newest, whatever, most best, and it would still crash. Like it's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
what
yeah.
it does.
No, it's a total Bethesda thing.
It's a feature.
Like if it doesn't crash, are you really playing a Bethesda game?
Right? Everybody gets blue screen. It's like Oprah. Seriously. Or like you
So
get this
that's
one-
way off topic.
Yeah,
We were
I
still
guess
doing
we should,
gaming
yeah.
ones.
Any other gaming wins?
Yeah, Natalie, you got anything?
I mean, this is kind of my gaming win because I haven't like hung out with any
Yeah.
of you in so long since I
I'm
had
so
my
happy
kid like
Yeah.
almost 2 years ago.
I'm so happy. Has it been that long? Oh my god, I suck.
Yeah, no, you're good. Life's been nuts. So
Yeah.
this is my win because I get to
I'm
hang
so
out with lovely
excited to hear. I
people.
know. So much.
That's an awesome gaming win.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And guys, I found most of these people, all these people, every single one of you on the internet randomly. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna run a game. You want to play with me?
Mhm.
And they're like, yes, we will. I'm like, oh, that was terrifying. So thank you all for still loving me after all that. Zoe, do you have a gaming win?
This is gonna sound
We're gonna
corny
buy
as
Fallout
hell.
76.
Sure. So I play a game, and I play this game a lot. I can tell you exactly how many hours I put into this game, and I want you to take a guess as to what game this possibly could be. I almost have 1,300 hours in this game.
Hold on. Is it 76?
No,
Baldur's Gate.
it is not. I wish it was Baldur's Gate.
Hold on. We're gonna see how many hours I have on 76 real fast.
So I have been playing a lot of because I'm on my spring break. I go back to work tomorrow. I played a
Right.
challenge on the game called The Sims.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And it's called the box challenge, where you put your sim in a box and they are not don't. They are not allowed to leave the box. You have to achieve this certain aspiration. And so you can make money, but you're not allowed to leave the house. You're allowed to have a job, but you can't have a job that makes you leave the house. And so you have to start off like selling like selfies on like the internet to like publish.
I've done that. Wait, no, wrong.
And, and so eventually I did end up like finishing, and my girl is now like living in like this really cute like Victorian house, but it was a fucking struggle. In sim time, it took about like almost 2 years to complete, and that was like with the grind set of like selling photos, selling plants, selling paintings, selling pottery, selling sculptures. It was,
Wait, I have a question.
it was a lot.
Where did you get the material to make the pottery and stuff if you can't leave the box?
The Sims is the Sims is the Sims.
Just asking.
But you're allowed to expand your box, but you're not allowed to cheat.
Wrong podcast.
You're not allowed to add money. You have to like buy the lot that you're gonna stay on, and then you have to put your money at 0. And then you can't cheat. So there have been people who literally say, like, my sim starved on like day 7.
Oh my
And
god.
so my sim, it took like, again, it was like maybe 2, almost 3 years Sims time for me to complete this challenge. And
Holy shit.
it was crazy.
Hold on.
Like
Can you-
I can barely see. It's a blob.
That is 2,834 hours on Fallout 76.
Kristen.
Good job.
What's
You
your
know what mine
Natalie?
is? 5,572.
You were pregnant though. You had a baby. You had a baby.
It was before that. It was during COVID when I got laid off, and all I did was
Oh.
get drunk.
I
and
was
play
about to say,
games
yeah,
for like
COVID times.
months.
I tried. I'm proud of you for your Sims though. I can't have Sims because whenever Fallout 4, whenever they stole my power armors in Sanctuary, I did take away all their food for 2 weeks.
I was gonna say you took their lives.
Listen, there's some fun stuff you can do. Like I did that challenge,
Mhm.
and then I think
You were
because
an
I'm on like a
asshole.
Walking Dead kick, I'm gonna try to find someone who made the Walking Dead jail and try to fix it up.
Ooh.
That's cool. Your cat's getting huge, then.
He's so
Oh my gosh,
sweet.
like
He's
a
such a little
babe.
menace.
Like a baby. But yeah,
This is cute,
I've played like nothing else because I don't have any friends that play the games that I'm currently playing. Other than like I'm making progress in Supermarket Simulator. That's like the only other thing that
Oh my
I've
god.
played.
Okay, so get on your PlayStation and me and Natalie will be your friends.
Okay.
And Natty will be your friend too.
Okay.
Because I told you all my friends live in my PlayStation. We suck at being on topic. Joe, you suck at keeping us on topic.
Listen,
sorry.
listen. We're good. We're good. What's the topic?
Should we start our first topic is how to become a better player.
Y'all can't
Ooh,
answer that
okay.
because you all suck as your GM. Fuck you
I
guys. All
No,
of
no,
you.
no, no, no. I have a good answer for this. Okay. So I play a lot of like tabletop games and like where you have to like roll the dice, see what the outcome is. And so I've gotten into the habit of like telling the DM what I want to do first and say like, oh, instead of I go up, I'm investigating all this stuff. What do I find? Roll the dice, nothing, even though I'm already actively searching for something. I say, can I take a look around? Can I do this? Can I do that? And if the DM says, cool, then I roll the dice and then act out either how amazing I did or how piss poor I did. Because to me, that's like if I'm playing like a character who's like a detective and they're just like waltzing in there and they're known as being this great detective, and then they roll a natural 1 on an investigation check and they're like, I just can't seem to find anything. I'm gonna like, no, I want to play this out of like Detective Zoe walks in there and she looks around and she's like, well, I can't find shit. And like, because there's blood everywhere. Like, I want to go the extra mile that way. And
I
to
love
me, that makes it more realistic and fun.
Hold on, guys. For the record, I have seen this woman put her hair like this and become a health inspector out of fucking nowhere.
Yes. That's because I rolled the damn dice and it worked.
No, like I'm telling you, she said something to do something. I was like, okay, well, go ahead and do it. And she goes, I'm Health Inspector Winston. And like he became a fucking canon character.
A
Forever.
canon character that my character plays.
And it's a good story.
It is. It's good. That's all you have to do. You just gotta, like, you know. I always say follow the dice. Like, even though you might want to say, like, I want to do this really cool fucking thing,
I
and
do.
then you roll the dice and then you get a shitty roll, you're gonna feel bad. So that's why I always say, like, oh, can I attack this person? Sure. And I roll really, really well. Then I get to do the cool thing.
Yeah.
To me, that makes more sense.
I think Joe hopes for low rolls.
Yeah.
Listen, I also
Yeah.
hope for low rolls because sometimes low rolls make it more fun.
That's true.
Well, what I was going to say is you got to follow the conflict. Whatever a conflict is, you got to lead into it. That's how you move the story forward. So failing a roll is a conflict in and of itself.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Like,
Joe, last episode, didn't you say I don't fucking care about the bear? The whole reason we were looking for something.
yeah, and
The
it
whole
freaked
plot
Zoe
point.
out, and it was
The whole
hilarious.
plot point.
The
'Cause
only
like,
plot point.
but that was a conflict, and it was funny as hell, and it
It
was
was
hilarious.
amazing.
It was so funny.
I got 2 hero points for it.
Oh yeah, you did. That was amazing. I was not expecting that. Like, and I try to like keep my mind open for what I think y'all might do, and that was not in the realm of shit I thought might happen.
But like, I just say it because our 7C game is pretty good, and people are probably wondering why it runs so well. And it's like, well, it's because we all lead into conflict
Yeah.
heavily.
Yeah.
Like we start the problems every single time.
Like,
It's us. We're the problem.
But you
Yeah,
also have to be really good with the whole yes and stuff.
true.
yeah.
Confession. Finding the coat and finding Joby were not written into the story anywhere at the first of this. Like, I had no like plot hook. I had no plot point. I was like, they'll fucking tell me. We'll figure it out. Like, it's cool.
Because you knew if you had mapped out something, we would just say, no, we're going to go this way.
Yeah.
Let me wipe my ass with that while you got it out. Just here. But no, I think all of you guys are so great at going, okay, well, this is what I'm doing, and you do it for the plot, you do it for the lulz, you do it for all the things that make you happy, and I'm ecstatic about it. My face may not show it, but I am. Did
So
y'all
yeah,
see
but a
it?
lot of times we move. Oh, sorry. What
No,
were
go
we
ahead.
saying?
Go ahead.
Like we move the story forward quite a
Yes.
bit without you even putting in any input. Like
No.
we just move it forward
Like,
out of
whenever
sheer brute force.
when y'all pause is whenever I interject like something to move it forward for you. Otherwise, I let y'all do whatever the fuck you want. I'm like, okay,
I think we only ever really pause is when we're planning.
yeah. And
Yeah,
I listen when you're planning. I'm like, okay, that's what we're gonna do now. That's
yeah,
what
but the plan never works. Like the
No.
plan immediately falls apart.
Yes,
no,
it
but y'all
does.
have better
We
ideas.
made Nuka Brown.
I did make Nuka Brown.
yes.
Yeah.
Did make Nuka Brown. Zoe, Nuka Brown is a drink that because in Fallout there's Nuka Cola,
Mhm.
and they came to a Nuka Cola factory and made another drink out of the sludge they found and called it Nuka Brown. And if you don't roll high enough every 15 minutes after you drink it, you shit yourself.
Violently.
Right.
They have spent a majority of their campaign covered in poop.
One whole
Either our
dungeon.
shit or somebody else's shit.
I think at one point Joe flung shit off his broken arm.
Yep.
Yes.
The baptism.
Yep.
What a time.
Yeah, it was like
All because we were looking for this Nuka Cola
Yes.
Quantum.
yeah, but it was
Oh,
shit, not holy water.
which by the way, Jones Soda is coming out with new Nuka Cola Quantum bottles that have Nuka Cola Quantum bottle caps on them now. So the Jones from soda
Yes.
bottle caps.
No.
So yeah, just keep that in mind.
When are they coming out with them?
I think they just did.
'Cause I had this one.
Yeah, that's the old
That's the
school.
old one. Yeah.
The new one has an actual bottle cap on it. And
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, because the Nuka Victory, the ones they did last year.
Yeah,
had the
that's
red
right.
cap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have
that's right.
those.
I love that. Oh, I meant to show you guys. Keep talking. I meant to show you something else. We are bad at topics.
It's okay.
You guys.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I think, I mean, other than that, have a concept for a character, Kitty. Have a concept for a character that isn't just I'm a hero. Look at me. Look at how strong I am. Because that's boring for fucking everybody. Just be slightly off center in some sort of way. Not as far as Ludwig was. Because Ludwig is very much just
No, Ludwig is
character.
perfect. Don't say anything bad about my homeboy, my good time pal.
Ludwig is play touched.
Yeah, Ludwig
So-
he's a different breed, but like you don't need to be that crazy, but like have unique aspects to your characters that are flaws that you can bleed into. Be a flawed person.
Yeah, they're like
Well,
human.
when
just
we
like-
did our Fallout
Yeah.
campaign, the characters that we had out of our
Oh.
5, ooh,
Hold on. They're all little blank notebooks that say "War never changes" on the top. I got this one.
Ooh, I like that one.
That's cool.
awesome.
They look like comic books.
Yes, these are all the magazines you find in the game for buffs. Well,
Oh.
I got them at Comic Con. I went last year.
Awesome.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize.
Yeah.
I got excited.
Well, with our Fallout campaign, you can pick your races and such. There's, I mean, not many to choose from, but only one person in a group is actually human.
Yeah,
Other than that, we have like
and
we
he's
have one
barely
human, like
human.
3
He's not
ghouls.
human. He's a chicken nugget.
Who's that?
Lando.
Oh,
chicken nugget.
Noah's character. Yeah, then we have a synth,
Yeah.
and
Still feel bad about that, by the way.
Listen, you didn't know. You didn't know.
How was I
no,
supposed
that wasn't in the consent form.
It was. How was I supposed to know that was going to be a problem?
And he's played Fallout. He knows.
Yeah, to be fair, he never got a consent form.
That was his fault.
It's true. He knows me better than that.
Yeah, that was his fault for not consenting. Okay, I see how this is. What was he wearing at the
What was he
time?
wearing?
He's an experienced tabletop gamer.
What was
He
he wearing?
knows that you need to do consent forms.
Wait,
when
did
you're
you just call
dealing
him a
with
slut when
strangers.
he's not here?
Who's that?
You just called him a slut when he's not here.
I'll call him a slut when he is here.
That's
He doesn't
true.
care.
He's experienced.
He'll be the first one. He'll be the
I will
first one to
say,
admit that
like,
he's a slut.
Noah is very good at the whole like tabletop gaming
Yeah.
role play improv.
Mhm.
He is one of the
Yeah.
best that I
Oh,
have
yeah.
ever fucking seen.
He's
Yeah.
incredible. And I
And
legit
we-
like have never felt bad about shit I've ever done to him, except for that. Like I legitimately felt horrible about that. Like I try not to to tap into y'all's fears and shit like that. Like if you're legit uncomfortable with something, I try to avoid it. But he that was a weird one.
Yeah. It was definitely out left field, but you know, we dealt with it and he's cool with it.
It's true.
Now he has a twin.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But no, I think that Joe, when you say better player, what do you mean?
Just like be more fun for everyone else in the room.
Okay. So just not suck as a human.
Yeah. I
So-
mean like no, I mean like it's like being able to improv better and being
Not
able
so
to
like rigid and like this is
Yeah.
exactly what I want to do.
yeah.
I'm gonna
So-
stick straight to this every
I
time.
don't think any of y'all
Yeah.
like
I will say a big thing that kind of helps is that every person, no matter who you are, always wants to be the main character because that's just how
Yeah.
like people are built.
I don't want to be the main character. I don't
actively
wanna be-
attempt to not be the main
Yeah.
character. It is not my fault that when I hand my character sheets in to like GMs and stuff, they're like, "Oh my god, this is so good." And I'm just like, thank you. And then in the one campaign I was in, which was a Mutants and Masterminds,
love Mutants and
unintentionally, my
Masterminds.
character becomes the main character. And I actively tried the entire time, like, let's focus on this person. Let's do that. Let's focus. Let's do their story
Yeah,
arc
yeah.
now, please. And
Yeah.
so I think when it does, like, it has to be like when you're frustrated and you're sitting there and you're like, why is it always about this character? Why can't it be about my character? Just know the DM always has a plan. There's always
Yeah.
a plan.
Well,
And
Yeah.
trying to hit-
legitimately, like, I'm currently playing a character in a we're playing a Dragon Age / Fantasy Age mix-up mashup.
Okay.
And our characters are fallen gods who need to find their way back up because there's a war brewing and we're on like the earth. And so we have to find our way back up. And so it's just me, another character, and then the DM. And so it's like, legit, I'm playing the standard hero character of like, I'm great at everything. But then she loses all of her powers. So now she's absolute trash at everything. And the one running joke that we always have is that they always ask like, hey, Ina, you've kissed someone before, right? And she's always like, I've done the kissing. I totally know what all that is. And then like they're like, yeah, you've never fucked a day in your life, have you? And she goes, I totally know what that is. It's fun to play an idiot. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like she legit
Oh, I know it.
she had a whole story arc about learning how to read because she never learned how to read above a certain level. And she went and she was like, she is like the god, she's like the daughter of the god of war. And she's like, hello, friend, can you please teach me how to read? I would really appreciate it very much. Thank you. And like legit, like it is like, it's like playing Ludwig. And that's why I love
Yeah.
Ludwig so much. But I
You
like
can read.
the other character is Tech. I would say they are the main character because they are the heir to the god of life. And so like it's important to get him back. And I like that's my mission, get him back. And so I'm just like, damn, like I love that I'm not the main character for once.
Yeah, I don't like playing main characters. I'm a big character actor. Like I like being like a unique character on top
And
of
we're
the
forcing
side.
you in the 7C side campaign.
I am not the main character.
We're forcing
am-
you to be the main character.
Like he is captain by name only. Like he is
All
is
of you are
not.
fucking captain by name only.
Yeah, like they're all you got. I am just a tool that you guys manipulate the entire time. Like he literally is just a sponge for manipulation, and that's it.
But I think like in y'all's Fallout campaign for sure, like everybody was a brand new player except for you, Joe.
Yeah, until Noah jumped in.
Until
Yeah.
Noah jumped in. So like I had to make sure that I was like, okay, Jen, what do you want to do? Natalie, what do you want to do? Like I was trying to make sure that y'all each got your time.
And I was just like, I want to fight a rad roach.
Yeah. That's all Joe wanted was to fight a fucking rad roach.
I
And then
wanted a
lose.
junk jet, and I got one in the coolest way possible.
Jen did get a junk jet where she had shot some frogs. But like I try to make sure that, especially with new players and stuff, that nobody feels like they're getting run over. But I want them to be able to see the experienced players play enough that they feel comfortable being idiots.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will say, if you're like a new person who's playing, you don't have to do the voices.
No.
You don't have to like do like all the extra stuff that you see people do on like Critical Role
Oh, yeah, no.
or
Yeah,
all the other
yeah.
tabletop games that people play online. Like do what's comfortable for you, and then like eventually like for instance, like I know like I'm not comfortable at first with voices, and so I screw up my voices half the time, and they roll with it. We're like, oh yeah, like we know that what you sound like. If you can't do the voice, just talk in your regular voice.
Well, that's like new players have to see your table as a safe space to do that because
Yeah.
most people are not okay being fucking idiots and assholes in public.
Well,
So-
that's why I try to be the biggest idiot outright right off the gate. And
You do well.
once they realize that they're always going to be less than me, like it's usually okay. Like I don't care.
And I think that y'all
Right.
were so great, especially with you and Noah and everybody who've been so great with the new players, about making sure that they know that it's okay for them to do whatever they need to do in the space.
Yeah,
Because we're
yeah.
all respectful of each other. And like that's why I would do the check-ins after we got done playing. I'm like, okay, how do you feel? Like tell me for
Yeah.
real because if it's not okay, then we'll fix it.
Mhm.
Because like tabletop for me is a place where I can work through shit I'm working through, like in the real world. So I want to make sure that y'all are safe to process whatever the fuck you're processing, or I'm a free therapist. That's what I am.
I usually just like try to like engineer situations. Like I engineered a lot of situations for Natalie to just like beat the shit out of people.
With her fucking rolling pin.
I would just like lock her in the room with an enemy and just be like, all right.
Time to get out
It's
my
like,
locked in rage from the day.
I'm gonna make you bleed.
So good.
No, motherfucker. No, I don't even remember where you got the fucking rolling pin from in the first place. Did you?
She just did it. She just
I
did
think-
it.
I
Yeah.
think that was
No,
a
It was something that I
song.
had acquired whenever we made our characters. It's just a random piece of junk my character found like in that initial building of it.
Oh yeah, we
And
were.
I was like, I'm just gonna go with it.
Oh yeah, and then
That's
became
all
your
she's using.
Zoe. You were talking about the Walking Dead and shit. Like her shit was wrapped with fucking barbed wire and marinara sauce and shit.
Beautiful.
Like
Love it.
So,
that was it.
She used it to pulverize a Brotherhood of Steel asshole.
Yeah,
That sounds glorious.
great.
I would pay money to see
I was
that.
helping Sam out.
yeah.
For real.
Yeah, because
But
she was
also-
kind of the main character at that time, and so we were all just sort of like, okay, let's do this.
And I was so excited that she was so happy because like she was sending me messages like this long on Messenger every time we finished talking. She's like, here's what I think I want my character to do. And she had a whole ass character arc. And I was like, this is your first campaign. I'm so fucking excited that you're into it.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was so good. And like she did her thing. And like everybody was able to, I hope, not feel left out or out of the spotlight. But everybody kind of stepped back. And I, her last episode, I made sure to tell everybody, like, hey, this is gonna be pretty much Sam centric. But y'all will all be there, but this is an important moment for her. So, and I love that my tables are able to like be cool with that and not
I mean, like, I don't like being in the spotlight. Like, I don't like that. I like just being the side character.
and I love
Like,
that.
You just
I
like
think
having
that's
fun.
more fun. Yeah, like it's just more fun to not be responsible or anything like that. Like you're just kind of, because no one does the same thing. He plays a side character.
But
We,
both
like, I
of
mean,
them are
the
more
seventh table is all side characters.
I will
It's-
say, Noah, from my experience of playing with Noah is very much the side character who really insists on being the main character.
Yeah, but that's
I
the
love
joke.
it.
That's the
I
joke.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Joe and Noah both don't fucking tell him that I'm talking good about him. But they both do a really good job at letting everybody else kind of live their stories out.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we're just here for the lulls. Like
Yeah.
it's just
And the comedic relief is fucking chef's kiss. Like it's been great.
And I think that's kind of part of it is like you gotta have fun first. Put fun first, not you
Oh my
being
gosh,
like
yes.
a super badass. It's like I know some people need that. There are tables for that. Pathfinder. But like if you really need to be a superhero badass, you just need to have that. What's the word I'm looking for? Like
Ego
power
boost?
trip.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the ego boost. Yeah, like I mean, like I guess find a table that's good for that, but like most of the time, people just want to have just basic fun. Like you're creating a story together.
Mhm.
Do you want the story to be fun, or do you want the story to be about you being a badass?
Well, that's the first thing I
Yeah.
told you guys. I'm like, I want to create moments that y'all want to go home and tell your partners about. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Is can't believe what happened today on the table or whatever. But I think that if y'all wanted a serious game, my table would not be for you guys.
I couldn't imagine doing a serious game.
No.
Like,
I mean-
there's too much seriousness already in my day to day
I
that
played in a
I need
series.
to ask like a big giant green.
I've
you-
attempted serious. I've
I've
attempted serious.
played in a series. The Mutants and Masterminds game that we were in was kind of serious, but we do have like our chuckle fucks moments.
Yeah.
But I will say, like that one, it was like at some point it was like, okay, I'm letting you know, like the DM told us, she's like, I'm letting you know we are officially at the point in the game, and we were maybe like 3/4 of the way through. She was like, even though this has been serious and you're trying to stop a mass genocide from happening, I'm letting you know your characters can die at any moment, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop it from happening. And I
Yeah,
legit
yeah.
told her, I was like, if my character dies, I would love that. And she was like, your character can't die. She's like, this is the point. Your character cannot die. I'm telling you actively, your characters cannot die. It's too late in the game. And I'm like, but
it's not though.
but that would make the plot more interesting.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure Noah's
Yeah.
got like a backload of character sheets for any table that he's
Shit,
at.
I am always willing to put down a character.
I will
Oh
tell
yeah,
you,
absolutely.
a couple
Yeah.
players on this one shot that have a couple plans that they're okay with. So there's just things happening in the background. But like I love that people aren't so attached to their characters that they have to be so protective of them and so careful.
Yeah. Don't be careful. Don't ever be careful.
There was one character that I was very protective of, and that's only because she was my first character ever. And
Yeah,
I was
that's usually how it
I was
goes, yeah.
always like, I don't want anything happen to my little angel baby child, even though she is the absolute opposite. She's a killer badass hunter queen, and I don't want anything bad to happen to her.
And I don't set out, trying to kill your characters, but I told you guys whenever y'all were talking to Victoria, I was like, y'all can die here, and then y'all befriended
And
me.
then I gave you more danger points because guess what? Like I drive my characters like a rental car. Like I drive them like I stole them. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I don't give a fuck. Like if they die, they die. Then I make another one that is also just as stupid, and it's fine.
That is a beautiful quote for me. I drive my characters like a rental car.
Yeah, yeah. Like who cares?
It's true.
Like I'm gonna just run this character to the ground. So I want to get as much story out of the character as possible.
Mhm.
Not like the character just is a slave to the story, not the other way around.
That
Joe,
reminds me of this like Reddit story that I saw one time. It like makes its way through like the D&D pages and stuff where like
Yeah.
someone was playing their character for the first time and then they died like in the very first like game session. So then they just erased a little thing and added the word junior to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
The same thing. And then they say, I'm here to avenge my father.
yeah,
I was like, perfect, let's go.
yeah.
Hey,
And I
Yeah.
was just like,
what Joe wants is for Noah, the bard, to write a fucking ballad about him after he dies. That's what he wants. He wants a song written about him. He wants to be intoned in legend with minstrels. But
Mhm.
anyway, should we move on to our second topic?
Oh,
Yes.
we can. I do have one last thing for the first
Yes,
topic.
please.
Play other games. Play something other than D&D.
Yes.
That'll make you a better player by
Yes.
far, and a
Yes.
better GM if you
Hey.
just play other games. D&D is not a one size fit all game. It is
I
a medieval fantasy game.
So confession
will-
time. I've never ran a D&D game.
Yeah,
I will also say, like, read the books, not
Yeah.
just like the DM guide. Like, because we're playing a Dragon Age game, we bought the Dragon Age books and they bought the Fantasy Age books. I'm playing the Dragon Age version. I understand so much of the ins and outs of the game and understand how things work just because I was the person who was in charge of like helping make character sheets because I understood what the game was right away because I
Yeah.
read the book. So read the books.
yeah,
yeah, kind of like know the lore kind of thing.
Mhm.
Mhm. Know the lore, know the world. Even if it's like a made up like world, at least understanding the mechanics and
Yeah.
understanding how certain things work.
I agree with that. And I don't know. I feel like some people probably will call me a fucking poser or whatever for not ever running a D&D game, but D&D, it hurts my brain.
Listen, I have already offered for us to on the side and not on a stream because that would be too terrifying for me to attempt my DMing skills officially.
I'm for it. I want to play
I
I-
literally would love to.
because
I
forever-
don't like running
I think-
D&D.
I would love to because there's a couple of homebrew aspects I would like to try.
Well, let's get on it. Fucking say that. Shut up. I'm tired of being like forever DM is a thing and it's painful. 'Cause I want to
It's
play.
not for me. It's not for me. I'm playing too much right now. I want to run more.
Quit
I'm
showing
playing
up.
way too
Joe.
much.
Quit showing
Yeah.
up.
How dare you have more friends than us?
Right?
I don't have friends. I just have a Discord account.
He doesn't have friends. He has players.
Yeah.
They're not your friends. Don't you know anything? I'm kidding. But no, like I think you're right, Joe. Like play other games, but I've never ran a D&D game. I like
Yeah, but you played D&D.
Yeah, I just don't like running it because there's people are so like I like playing 17 and Fallout because people don't know as much and aren't so emotionally attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or D&D.
I'm emotionally attached to the setting of Fallout. Like if you changed the setting drastically,
No,
that would fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like,
right? No.
'cause I want to play in Fallout. You know what I mean?
But like, if I screw up somebody's stats in D&D, there's some mouth breather and neckbeard that's going to yell at me.
Yeah. And that's the difference, I think. And like, I mean, it kind of segues nice to the next topic because like I really like the Fallout TV show because it stayed true to the theme of the overall game.
You want to know the first thing I said when I watched the TV show?
What's that?
Whenever she was in bed with him and he had those scars, I was like, he's not a vault dweller.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a raider. I got very excited about it. And Coach was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, I guess you're right." I was like, "Vault people don't have scars."
Yeah.
Also, like segueing in because I haven't watched the episode yet because I knew it was gonna happen. The Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
Legitimately, I watched the first season, and even though there were new things added in, like on occasion, like for instance, my favorite episode was the whole Frank episode. That was by far my favorite in the entire season. And I cried like a little bitch baby because it was just so beautiful. And then I'm actively avoiding the second episode because I know it's going to come and I don't want it to happen. I want to live in the bliss just a little bit longer because I remember picking up my controller in the middle of the fucking pandemic when the game came out and getting ready to play my little heart out in this game that I loved so much and then being traumatized and screaming at the top of my lungs. But I will say HBO has done a fantastic motherfucking job with The Last of Us. And if anyone comes at me for being that way, I will show them the door.
Listen,
I would love to have a 2-player game based off of that setting, like a 2-player tabletop game based off of that setting.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah, I feel like it would do well. I also want to do a 2-player game. I've actually been planning this out for a while. Of Game of Thrones, where one player plays the Hound and the other player plays Arya.
Oh my god!
And it's just like the adventures of Arya and the Hound because we they had like highlights, but they spent a lot of time together in the actual story. And like it would be cool to just play them to fucking shit up across the countryside.
So are you talking about like a couch co-op or like a tabletop?
Like a tabletop with 2 players.
Nice.
Like one player playing Arya,
yeah,
one player playing the Hound, and they just fuck up the countryside.
I'm for it.
That would be cool. That'd be cool as hell, man.
Well, and I told y'all that I polled my game chat whenever you said what the topics were, and I got some really unique answers that I wasn't expecting.
All right, throw them at us.
Hold on, I have a list.
Throw them at us.
First one, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I would love play a Galaxy Quest game. The meta would be great.
And then my girl Thrix, if she's watching, The Martian, the movie with Matt Damon.
Oh yeah.
It's all by himself. Yeah.
She also thinks Idiocracy would be good, where you can.
But that's too close to home.
That's true.
That's too close to home.
Like, could you? Okay, so here's what I think would be the good catch. It's like you're playing, and then it's like, do you think it would be either before the events of the movie, like in the stage of like there's fucking Dorito president like running shit, or like like afterwards as they're trying to rebuild the society, and it's like, all right, we gotta not fuck this shit up after the 2 smart people die. I think that would be fun, like playing after. I forget the main character, but Luke Wilson's character after he dies, like that would
after
just be like
they have plans
so
and
much
stuff.
fun of like being like okay, we got to have at least one smart person running this
Yeah.
shit. They died.
I just feel like that's gonna end up like The Sims and just be like a real life experience here. So
Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically my gameplay where I'm just
Oh.
like, you dumb fucks. Listen to me.
I was just telling you that. Somebody in my chat said Team America
Oh,
Yeah.
would be a fun game. For it. And then
Oh,
what I said, have y'all seen the movie Don't Worry, Darling?
yes.
mhm.
I think that would make it amazing. Okay, so I'm about to be spoiler alerts if y'all haven't seen it.
I love it. I love it. I love
But
it.
it's about this woman, and she moves with her husband into this like 1950s Fallout style neighborhood that's like still, thriving, not from the apocalypse.
Out in the desert.
Out in
And
the
you
desert.
assume it's for like bomb testing. Where
Yeah,
they,
and like
where
she
they
goes to
go and
work
they
every
work.
day and all
He
this. But
works with the government.
yeah, it turns out that he's joining this like Project Freedom situation where basically he kind of kidnapped his wife and he put her under like hypnosis and she got her eyes like open like this and it's projecting these
Like,
thoughts into her brain.
It's like the Matrix, but
Yeah.
worse. Because you're not like uploaded into a system and it's like you are actively alive. And when their husbands go to work, they're leaving the system and taking care of their spouses.
yeah, and
they
like going to
don't
work to pay for it.
Yes. And they have to work outside of it.
Yeah.
Because this is like a $10,000 a month program.
So like,
Wow.
but when you go like whenever you're in the simulation, like you eat, you everything, But this one lady starts like asking everybody their backstories and like discovering like that they all kind of have the same backstories, how they met and shit like that. It's really a good movie. You should go watch it.
It is
It's really
so
good.
good. I will
But-
say it is. I'm not a fan of Olivia Wilde.
Wilde.
Is that her name? Like, I'm not a fan of her because she basically bummed it off of the Stepford Wives. Essentially, like it was the Stepford Wives and like another movie that she also bummed it off of, and it could have been so much better than what it was. But I will say, like, Florence Pugh did such a good job with what she was given,
But
and
I
you
think
can tell.
I think it could be a literally like even like a Fallout type game where you can build your houses and you can do your things, like you can go about your day to day, and like some shit's kind of weird. So there's just
Like
like
Uncanny Valley shit.
furthering like the plot, but you don't have to interact with that if you don't want to.
Mhm.
I think that would be a really cool game, but that's just my opinion. That and Boondock Saints, I think, would be pretty
Yeah.
cool games. So those are mine. But I thought that the Idiocracy would be kind of funny, although it would be like a real life player type thing.
But that would be fun. I could see that though.
It would be Sims.
Yes.
Someone's going to trap you in a pool with no ladder, and you're going to be stuck there.
And I'm gonna build walls around that bitch so that you can drown, bitch, drown.
So we can do her fucking box thing, and you can get pottery
Box
done
challenge.
Yeah, my
without-
box challenge. Listen, you're lucky I didn't say it was the 100 baby challenge, okay?
Whoa,
Yeah, that one's even harder to do.
that seems quite
Yeah,
cool.
I'm never gonna attempt it.
I've seen so many streamers do it. It's absolutely
It's
insane.
absolutely balls to the
What the
wall
fuck
crazy.
is no? Tell me what it is now.
Okay, so the 100 baby challenge, essentially what it is, I've never done one myself. I've never watched someone play it, but I know the gist of it. So you play as a sim. You start off as a young adult. Your goal is to only have babies.
That's
So
it.
you are only allowed to woohoo with a person to have a baby. You may only have a baby with one of other person at a time. So you cannot go back for seconds, essentially. And so
All
you
different daddies.
reach. So let's say like your sim
I used to
turns
represent in high
into,
school.
let's say your sim turns into like an elder sim and they can't have babies anymore. Then you play as the next oldest baby. So
Whoa.
that like, your firstborn, then you get to play as that one, and then they have to continue the challenge of having 100 kids. But here's the thing: if you have kids that are taken away, if you have kids who like die, if you have kids like have anything like that, the challenge is essentially like over if you want to play it on hard mode, because you have to systematically take care of the babies, but you're not allowed to work. Because
met
you are not allowed to leave home unless you are actively looking for another person, another mom. And they can't
Another
move
baby
into
daddy.
your home. They're not allowed to move into your home, but you have to make money in other ways. Your kids can make money for you, your teenagers can make money for you, and then essentially as soon as they're young adults, you can kick them out of the nest. Yes,
And then
ma'am.
you can have another baby.
Yes.
So
What is your question?
what is stopping you? Oh, I can't even say it. Never mind. Nope. Can't even
No,
say
go
that.
ahead and say it. Go on ahead.
Do it.
What?
The Sims is a crazy universe.
Say you become the oldest siblings or whatever.
Yes. Yes.
Can you have babies with your brothers?
No, you can't.
No.
Not in the Sims. You're not allowed to. Like in the
Okay.
Sims, that's not possible. They
But how do you know it's
That's
not your
good.
brother?
because
There's a tree.
so there's a family tree, but luckily
I've never played the Sims.
now technically if you want to open it up now in the Sims, they tried to make it more inclusive, where like if you're a lesbian couple, you can say,
Mm.
I want to have
wait,
a baby with
that
this
is not
person, so we're gonna go and have a science baby.
I don't
But
like it at
that's
all.
probably considered cheating. So
Have you met
I would
babies?
say
They're
that's like-
weird.
listen, that I could go on for hours about the Sims lore. But
And they
any-
grow up and they
any-
smell weird. I don't like them.
the Sims lore, I've been playing The Sims since it first came out, maybe a few years after it first came out, because I was young when it first came out. But I remember playing that bitch when I was 7 years old, and it was the ride of my life. Now we're on The Sims 4, and I am deep in the lore.
I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable now.
It's so much fun.
That makes me feel so old, Zoe, because I remember playing The Sims when I was on maternity leave with my oldest. That's how I kept my mind from
The
going
game
to
just celebrated its 24-year anniversary because it came out in 2001. No, 25th anniversary because it came out in 2000.
Oh.
Okay, Zoe, you had to leave the podcast now. You're being mean.
Okay,
Fuck
bye
you.
guys. This is
Fuck
my
you.
last episode ever. Bye.
2000 was not 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's 2025.
That
No.
was like 10 years ago.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
graduated high school 24 fucking years ago.
And
Yep.
if we're talking 10 years ago, then I graduated high school.
Zoe, shut your whore mouth. Okay, just stop. No more.
Oh.
Baby, I'm a baby.
Yeah, 20 years ago was 1980. That's
Yeah.
I agree.
That's how I'm feeling now when I'm like asking my kids, I'm like, what year were you born? Like 2008? And they're like, no, I was born in like 2016, Miss Decker. And I'm just like, hold the fucking phone.
Dis-
What do you want?
Like I remember
Disgusting.
exactly where I was in 2016, and I was fucking hammered. I was a grown ass adult,
Like,
hammered.
I refuse to believe that anything you just said is true. I don't like it. That hurt my feelings, and I'm a little sad now. Thank you for that. But
All right.
Yeah.
Any other cool movies on or TV shows on your list?
not on mine. What do y'all got?
I don't mind.
Hmm.
I was gonna say, just because I recently watched it. You ever seen the movie The Menu?
Yes,
I think that
another
would be such
favorite
like,
of mine.
oh my god, I love that movie. So good.
I just
I
watched
don't
it
think like
again.
a huge campaign, but it could be definitely like a one shot. And I think
What
it could
movie?
be The Menu.
The Menu.
It's a thriller. It's so good.
It is
I did
so good. It has my girl Anya Taylor-Joy, and then
What are you
Ralph
watching?
Ralph Phineas. Is that how you pronounce his last name? Phineas.
I'm
He's
not
the guy
sure.
who played Voldemort.
Yeah,
That's how I reference
like
him
the
now because
He's
everyone.
also-
villain.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, I didn't know.
Ooh,
I've never seen Pan's
That'd be
Labyrinth.
a cool game.
Yeah.
I think anything Del Toro would be good.
Yes.
I will say because of like
Kristen, it's on
nostalgia-
Amazon.
the nostalgia factor
Yeah,
for
on
me, I think
Amazon.
Kiki's Delivery Service would be a
Yeah.
fun, like
Yeah.
tabletop, like a cozy game where it's like,
Mhm.
okay, guys, like your job now is that you have to go deliver this package. Like to me, I'm like, I'm in a comfy, cozy kind of situation.
What about
They are
How-
starting to come out with cozy games, which is interesting.
Mhm. Cozy games are on the rise right now.
Because everybody's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like, what about
Um,
Margo to White Castle? That's a fuzzy game. That's or like Euro Trip or some shit.
I'm trying to think of like TV shows and movies that I love, like, but I can only think of like horror movies.
The
and for their
borrowers.
movies right now. Like, for instance, I think Get Out would be really fun.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be so good.
What about the borrowers? Do you remember the borrowers cartoon?
No.
You don't remember that? They lived in the walls and took all your stuff, like all your thimbles and all your.
I vaguely remember that.
That reminds me of a movie called, I think it was called The Resident, and it had Hilary Swank and Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it, and he was like a landlord, and she was like renting out the place, and he was like watching her in the walls, and it like terrifies me to this day that there's people living in the walls.
Oh, that freaks me the fuck out.
It legit, that is a fear that I have of like someone living in my basement or someone living in my walls.
Wasn't
That's a
that what
fear.
Sliver was about? With one of the Baldwin brothers.
Probably. There's like a million movies about like shit like this.
Yeah.
All right, what would be another fun one? Oh my god, I would love to do a Bob's Burgers one.
I do like Bob's Burgers.
Bob's
Yeah.
Burgers would be so much fun.
Celebrity Deathmatch. I'm old.
Ooh. I want to say like
That was back when MTV was still doing
Adult Swim.
decent content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Cartoon Network. Was Adult Swim and shit. Yeah, but Celebrity Deathmatch was on TV. Robot Chicken. You remember Robot Chicken?
I
No,
Mhm.
remember about you.
I wasn't allowed to watch Robot Chicken.
because you were like 3.
No, I wasn't. I grew up in a very like media restricted household.
I couldn't watch The Simpsons or Married with Children.
I
Like-
wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons either until I moved out of the house.
But the way
I
I grew
wasn't
up,
allowed to. I just watched it at night when everyone went to bed.
like, but the thing is, though, okay, parents, don't stop your kids from watching that shit because it doesn't affect the way they grow up. I wasn't allowed to watch that shit, and I turned out to be a big slut in high school. So, like, it's the same. It's fine. What happens, it happens. Don't clip that, Joe.
Oh, oh,
Sometimes the more you restrict your kids, the worse
Oh,
they're going to turn out.
Oh, my
Yeah.
mom did shit. She just like
it's
can't
like a
watch
rubber
it.
band.
Yeah. The more you stretch it, the more it comes back.
Yeah,
Fair.
it's gonna slap you in the face.
That's
Mine is
apparently
mad no love.
that's apparently a myth. That's not true.
What's
What?
that?
I might have zoned out for a hot second, but I was hearing stuff about a rubber band, and I thought you were talking about like the myth about like don't overuse your hoo ha, or else like it will
No.
be stressed
Not
out.
even close, Zoe.
Zoned out at the wrong moment.
Nope.
That's the
I
wrong
wasn't.
podcast.
I wasn't talking about
Listen,
that.
I had a dissociative moment for a hot second. My brain immediately was like, turn off, turn back on. And I turned on at the wrong second.
Oh my god.
Whoopsie.
I think for another game, maybe something that's like a Monster of the Week series.
Actually,
Oh, like-
there is a game called Monster of the Week.
Yeah, Monster of the Week. There is
Yeah, it's
because
Buffy.
the Adventure Zone played that in Adventure Zone Amnesty, and that was really good.
I have it on my shelf. I haven't really gone through it too much, but it seems fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think because
The
like
Goonies.
Zone.
The Goonies would be fun.
the Goonies would be so much. Actually, I think there is like a Goonies type game.
There are a couple. There's like what's it called? The Loop
There's-
or something.
I think there's one where it's like more. I want to say it's like kids riding bikes. I think it's
Yeah, there is a Kids on Bikes as a game. Is one
on
of them.
bikes.
Zoe, do you not remember? You weren't around for the very first session, were you, for 7C?
No, because I played the like next session.
You remember how you got your ship? No, it was a Goonies playthrough that I wrote.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Well, it ended in the fucking cave where the ship was.
that's right. That's right. I remember that now. I remember it now. Because I
That's
remember us with the other person who was there at the time. Siggy is
Yep.
the character
That's cool.
name. And then we had Matt with us. And Matt was kind of like guiding us of like, this is how you play the game, guys.
That was holding hands. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And I will forever be grateful towards Matt,
my face hurts.
my very own Matt Mercer.
Yeah. That was there to keep me in line because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Because I literally played like 2 sessions of 7C. I was like, I'm gonna run a game. That seems fun. I mean, it was fun, but I fucked up all.
Okay, so a book that I think, I know this is not like movies or TV shows, but a book that I think would be a very good tabletop game, just because I like the magic system in it, and to me it makes sense and I like it. And this might be a controversial because it's a popular book and blah 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. I like this book. The Fourth Wing series I think would be a very fun tabletop game.
I did not like that book.
You didn't like it? Okay, fine. Shut up. Leave me alone. I like this. I like
I
it.
wasn't judging you.
It's like it's
Some
fact.
people like this book. They're like, oh, you
That's aggressive.
killer. I have to constantly defend myself, okay?
All I did
She
was
came
say
out
that-
aggressive before she even mentioned what it was.
Yeah.
She was already aggressive about it.
Because I have to constantly like defend, like, yeah, I like it because of blah, and they're like, it's not even literature. I don't care.
It's not supposed to be literature. But I didn't like it. Because
I
I didn't like
think-
it.
I think it's just because of the fact that it's like, I understand, like, okay, if you want magic, you are connected to a dragon. And I like that. I like that it's like very specific stakes and you get very specific powers and you don't pick the power that you want. And I like that, where it's kind of like choose, like, if it, like, for instance, like in Mutants and Masterminds, we rolled dice to pick our powers because our DM specifically said the X-Men didn't get to pick your powers, why should you?
Yeah.
And so I was like, that makes sense. And I think that would be fun if you like had to roll like a D100 on the table and then eventually you find out what your power was. To me, that would be fun, where it's like a mystery, because you could have like a really boring power, or like you could have a really fucked up power, like you have noxious farts. And to me, that would be fun. That would
My
be
dog
fun.
has a car.
I just imagine like the whole party has like, what can you do? My toenails grow longer, faster.
Yes. People don't talk about all of like the crazy ones. Like, for instance, like My Hero Academia. Like, if you don't have a quirk, like you're kind of like, oh, like look at you, you don't have a quirk. I think that
You're
would be a fun
normal.
game. You're a normie. I think that would be a fun one, but that's probably really closely related to like Mutants and Masterminds. But
You can ostracize people for
My
not being-
Hero Academia would be so much fun. Or like
Never
a
seen
Demon
it.
Slayer. Oh, a Demon Slayer one.
Yeah, Demon Slayer could be good.
But to like roll in the vein of, again, like a horror genre, The Promised Neverland would be fantastic. If you want to watch The Promised Neverland, I'm telling you right now, it is not kid friendly. It is not about Neverland and Peter Pan. I'll tell you that much. I was shocked.
It's always like, I was shook.
I was shocked and appalled because my friend told me, she was like, it was after she like, thinking of your hysterectomy surgery, it's when she had her tubes tied. And she was like, hey, do you want to watch anime with me and let's watch something together? And so we started watching The Promised Neverland together because we were both told that it was a very good show and that we would both like it. It's only 2 seasons long. You know, it's not a big like jump into it. And we start watching it and we got so obsessed with it. It was really good. And it wasn't like, it was, let's just say it is like, anytime someone brings it up and they're like, oh, this looks like a very kid-friendly one, I'm like, no, it's not. Anytime my kids bring it up at school, they're like, Miss Decker, have you heard of The Promised Neverland? I'm like, you're not allowed to watch it. I'm telling you right now, you cannot watch it. And they're just like, what do you mean? And they're like, it's not about Peter Pan. Look, it's about orphan kids and they're being raised by these really cute nuns. And I'm like, no, they're not.
No.
No, they're not. I'm like, nope. That's as far as you go. First episode and that's it.
Silly has big
What
feelings.
was I
about
gonna
it.
say? Attack on Titan would be a fun one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes,
A lot of characters would die, but it would be fun.
I would also, in the vein of the comfy cozy,
Which has maximum power.
with anime, Sailor Moon, like a Sailor Moon
Yeah.
RPG would be fun.
I would like it like straight up like a Stardew Valley RPG.
Oh my god,
Oh.
yes.
I like
That
that.
was cute.
Wait, I think there is kind of one. It's called, what is it? It's like where it's like for a year. It is, they played it when they were building the world for Ethersea, but it's like a card game where like you draw a card and that's the event that happens in that year, and you only have a certain number of cards that you draw, and it's like a world building game, but it's almost like Stardew Valley-esque, and it's
Okay.
really And I was like, man, I'd love to play that. But yeah, Stardew Valley in a tabletop game would be very interesting.
That'd be so kind of comfy, chill.
Oh,
Are you
Like-
guys all okay? I mean, do you need hugs? Like, are we good?
No.
we're good.
Define okay.
I know the state of the world's a little fucked right now, but are we good?
We're good. We're
I-
fine.
We're good. For
Clinically, I'm clinically not good. Like I'm legally not good.
Legally. I was like,
Legally,
I have
I'm not
paperwork.
fine.
My therapist says I'm okay, right? That seems fine.
I made my therapist cry last week. Does that mean I'm fine?
A good cry, like a happy cry.
I
I need
mean,
one therapy.
like
They're all
crying,
cathartic.
crying, and they're just like, I love that. I'm like, I'm so sorry, and they're like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, it's not fine if I'm making you cry, honey.
So I've had 3. Hold on, this is way off topic, but I've had 2 therapists openly admit that they don't like my mother.
Mine does that too.
That means I won. That means we won.
I won therapy.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Yeah, it's one thing like most therapists won't tell you is that it's almost always the parents.
oh yeah.
It's almost always the parents that fuck people up.
Well, and like, I walked in, and she's a fairly new therapist. I haven't seen her much, and I was like, "Hey, so I got a 10 on my ACEs test. Did I win?" And she's like, "You did not. You did not win." Because the maximum number of bad is 10, by the way, in case you didn't know. 10 is the top bad. And I was like, did I win?
And now
She's like, "No."
I've been utilizing this fun little app to help with my mental health. It's called Finch, and it's like this.
Yay,
cute
me
little-
too.
So I took the test just to double check to make sure, like, like my anxiety levels were low and my depression levels were low. And they basically it was like beep, beep, like you are severely depressed. You must seek medical attention. Like it immediately like pulled up like here's a suicide hotline. Here's
Oh,
like
there's a
hotlines for
hotline.
you to call and contact them. I was just like, oh, okay.
Zoe.
Oh.
Uh-oh, we've got one.
Oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh, I think one that would be fun to like get kids.
Goes
into
right
table-
along after that. Move along.
A fun one for kids to get into tabletop games because I know like some people are like trying to get like their kids into it and stuff. I think for like a kid one, Bluey.
Yeah.
Bluey
I
is
would
very
100%
much
Bluey tabletop as
Bluey
well.
would be a very good one to have.
Hands down, I would
because
do
it
that
be
as an adult.
okay, like, where do you guys want the setting to be today? We can be either at the house, we can be at the school, or we can be at the park. And like, like there's like a situation, and then you have to roll to try to figure out how to solve the problem. Like that would be really cute, and they would be none the wiser.
I've never watched Bluey in my life.
Oh my
Never.
gosh.
Maybe
Uh,
1 or
I
2
don't
episodes because of my niece.
I don't have children, but I will say it is healing something in my soul.
It is really good. I saw a few
It is
episodes before my
so
son was born, and now that's all we watch. So
It
is
is
phenomenal,
so
and I
good.
cry a
It
lot.
is- It like people have
Cry a lot?
stated multiple times
Yes.
that it not only like teaches like kids like very valuable lessons, but it's more for the parents too, because it's also teaching you like how to be a good parent, like how gentle parenting can work in certain situations, but also it like heals certain parts of yourself. Like there's a whole episode about their aunt who can't have children.
Yeah.
And then there's like explaining like, well, why is it that we don't get to see like our aunt as much? And they like mom was explaining it like sometimes you want something very very much, but you just can't have it. And unfortunately, that's what happens with your aunt. And they were like describing it in a way of the sister wanting to wear like a very specific thing, and she acts like a crazy person when she wears it. And so they were describing it that way. And then they said like it's very hard for her to come around because she realizes that she has stuff that she can't have when she's here. And so it's like I cried my eyes out when I watched that. I was just like, Bluey, you're so deep and insightful. It's so good. And then there's like a whole episode about Bluey's mom feeling like a bad parent and like
Gets me
figuring
goddamn
out
every time.
like you just have to give them time. And then like Bluey, like I forget which one it was, like Bluey or Bingo just saying, well, maybe it's because she saw something they wanted and the baby was reaching for mom the whole time. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. I'm tearing up just thinking.
I thought maybe being called out by a fucking TV show. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, like legit, like Bluey is so good. It's so sweet. Like, my niece's favorite episode is the solar system one where they're like learning, like you don't have, like sometimes you have to let go of like your favorite things. And then she also likes keepy uppies. Anytime she sees a balloon, she yells keepy uppies and then like runs towards the balloon. So like Bluey is like our generation of Blue's Clues.
Nope. I'm just gonna continue my beef over here with Dora, and y'all can have Bluey.
That's okay. I'll take Bluey.
I'm fucking big mad at Dora, so fuck that bitch.
Why? What did Dora do to you? Is it just because she's a really good tabletop game?
No, because okay, Corbin was not even in the room at the time, so I had Dora on whenever he wasn't even in the room. And Dora's like, hey, who did we ask when we're lost and we don't know where to go? And I said, an adult. And she said, the map. And I said, wrong answer.
That's right. I remember you telling me
And
that.
I was like, first off, not a person. And second off, bad advice. And then Dora never was in my house again.
I remember. Now
I
that
think
you,
the
like,
kids should
tell
consult the
that
map.
story.
It builds character. Map
There's no
navigation is an incredibly tough skill that is in
But
high
I think
demand.
it's the way that it
doesn't
was.
have any chance of
I think
having
the way it
ulterior
was-
motives.
I think it's the way that it was phrased was the problem. Is
And when
that-
we're lost and don't know where to go, who do we ask?
yeah, who
Yeah,
do
it's
we
the map.
ask? You ask a
You
map.
get your compass out.
They are not
Yeah,
volunteers. They're 3.
Read the stars.
You're never too young. You're never
fucking
too young.
navigate this shit. Here's a fucking copy. Here's the rudders. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're never too young to learn that land navigation. It's a very important skill.
You know, okay, back on that same vein, I was a Cub Scout master. I know, be surprised. I was in charge of molding young minds. And we were doing a orienteer competition. And if I had to hear one more 5th grader say we have to orient the map, I was going to shoot myself in the fucking face. Because they're like, we have to orient the map to where we are. Motherfucker, just go north. Okay, that's all you have to do. Just go north. And I walked 12 miles that day and I was pissed. Anyway, I have big feelings about some of these things. Sorry.
So, should we end now?
After my rant about Dora, probably.
I'm sure Trump loves your rant about Dora.
Oh,
All right, hold on. Let me think. One more good one. We can't end on a rant about Dora and me
Yeah, and
crying
fuck
about
that,
Bluey.
yeah.
Oh, I have one.
yeah.
Anything from like the How to Train Your Dragon series, I think would be
Oh, yeah,
super,
yeah.
super fun.
Yes. Why
I
did
will
I
watch
not
How to
think
Train
of
Your Dragon.
it? You've never seen How to Train Your Dragon?
No, I won't
Oh.
watch 2 because it made me cry. I won't watch it again.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh!
The third
yeah,
one's
I
also sad.
haven't watched the third one. I watched the second one and I just like bursted into tears.
If
Yeah.
shows make me cry, I won't watch it more than one time.
I will say,
Uh,
just because I'm a big fan of Disney and we haven't really mentioned a whole lot of
I was
Disney,
about to say I would like just a Disney RPG system.
Mhm.
I would love either like a Disney Princess Universe to make it all canon, almost like the Disney Dreamlight Valley situation, but make it into like tabletop RPG. But I think out of all of the Disney movies, the one that would be the most fun and to make it to an RPG, because I think the mechanics would work, would be Big Hero 6. And I'm not just
Yeah.
saying that because it's my favorite Disney movie.
Baby.
Harry baby.
Harry baby. But
Hold on. Let me get him.
if it's a movie that makes me feel my feelings, I won't watch it again.
The most
I have a
Disney.
therapist appointment at 10 a.m. I should probably go talk to her about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
For-
Oh my god.
God, I love you, Zoe, so much.
And I have a blanket that literally goes with me everywhere that has his face on it. Will has literally told people as we're on vacation, they're like, why did she bring a blanket? He looks at them and he says, dead, like with just dead in his eyes. He's like, it's her comfort item. It goes with her everywhere. Do not mention it again.
Hold on. I bring my emotional support sweater, my emotional support pillow, my emotional support blanket, and my emotional support human everywhere I go.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, whenever
Yep.
Corbin had his surgery, Coach was coming up, and I was like, "Hey," so I was trying to say like I couldn't say like my boyfriend, because that sounds like juvenile. I can't say my husband because that's not true. I was like, "Hey, my emotional support human's on his way up. Can I go get him?" I don't have to call him.
Partner.
Well, no, because that gives the wrong connotation in Southern Texas.
True.
Now you gotta say partner. A
Partner,
little twang.
just a little cowboy hat, just a little
Or
tip.
significant other.
I'm getting
There you
into the point to where I have to start calling Will my life partner because we've been together for almost 10 years. And they're like, oh, you mean your fiance? No. Your boyfriend? Yes. Life partner just sounds more serious.
Right? So you say boyfriend, you're like, I'm not in high school anymore.
I know. It was cute while I was in like college, but now that I'm like almost 30, and the fact that we're living together, I don't want to call him my boyfriend.
Yeah.
My
And he
sibling-
hasn't graduated to baby daddy yet.
Yeah, he hasn't graduated to baby daddy yet. And the fact that he's like almost in his mid 30s, like he also doesn't like calling me his girlfriend. He says, this is my Zoe. He's like, this is
Yeah. Like I
This is
couldn't
my-
say, can I go get the guy that's never gonna marry me? Can I go get that guy? Like it's just
you can
No,
say
when
this
you-
is my Baymax.
it's not even, oh, I'm gonna tell him that. He's got no idea because he's never seen the movie. He's never seen
He's
Goonies.
never seen Big Hero 6.
He's
My
never
husband
seen
hasn't
Goonies.
either.
I was when I saw Goonies.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Natalie, you've never seen Goonies or Big Hero 6?
My husband's not seen either.
I will tell you, when I had to describe to my friend who was a foreign exchange student in college and he came over from Ireland, he also has never seen Big Hero 6. And I described to him, I'm like, because they all know that I cry in a lot of movies and TV shows. And I said, like, oh yeah, Big Hero 6 is the only movie that I have cried twice in. And he's like, why? And I described why I basically described the whole plot of Big Hero 6. And as I was describing everything, I start crying. And he's like, you really love this movie, don't you? And I go, it is my favorite Disney movie just because of Baymax. I told Will, I said, if we ever make it down to Florida, to Disney World, the first thing I'm doing, I don't care how deep in it goes, because he knows I'm systematic when it comes to
Wrong
like
podcast.
amusement parks where I like have to like weed my way through. If I ever get to meet Baymax, I will probably like burst into tears and cry my eyes out, because it's the first thing I would want to do. And I told Will I would meet him every single day. And I don't because it is the first thing I have to do is get a hug from Baymax. That is my that is literally my number one bucket list item.
Harry, baby.
Harry baby. And this one's arms move.
We jumped out a window.
No, we
Okay.
didn't, Baymax. Shush.
We jumped out a window. Anyway, sorry. That was a weird segue. Joe, we're sorry. We're not
You're good.
sorry. We're never gonna be sorry.
I have one thing.
What you got?
Zoe, you mentioned the Disney Princess tabletop.
Mhm.
Dimension 20's got their series Never After,
Ooh.
and that one has some. It's more of not Disney, but more of like
Fairy
Grimm.
tales.
Yeah, so it's got Sleeping Beauty, Pinocchio, Puss in Boots, Mother Hubbard.
Okay, on that line, can we do the Grimm TV series as a tabletop?
Oh,
That's on my list of like after I
Right,
finish
Marcus.
the Walking Dead series. I'm considering watching that next.
Grimm's a good series. I didn't even finish it, but I think it's a good series.
Did I didn't
I was
interrupt you? I apologize.
debating between that or Supernatural, so I can finally understand what everyone's talking about.
Ooh,
Don't
Dean's
do
so
it.
pretty.
Don't
Dean's
do
so
it.
pretty.
It's so disappointing at the end.
Most men
Oh.
are.
Well, I was told that technically it was only supposed to be for 5 seasons, because that's all they planned on writing was 5 or 6 seasons. But because it was so popular, they just continued. And I'm
Forever.
just like, that's literally what happened with LJ Smith in the Vampire Diaries. She legit said, after this book, it is over. There is no more. And so what they did is they said, okay, we own the rights to your book, but you don't own the rights to your name. So we're going to get a ghostwriter to pose as you, and we're writing the rest of the book series without you.
I did not know that.
Ever since I found that out, I had to stop reading the Vampire Diaries because I felt ashamed. I was aghast.
I've never
Because-
had. What's shame feel like?
because she ends up with Stefan and people didn't like that. And I'm
I
just
don't
like,
feel it.
duh. He's the Edward Cullen of it all.
And we've made it full circle.
Yeah. Look at us.
Full circle.
I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm coloring a picture because my ADHD is off the fucking charts right now.
No, you're fine. I'm cuddling with my emotional support Baymaxes.
My emotional support human's bringing me Chick-fil-A here in a minute. That's very
Ooh.
nice.
Ooh. My
I've been
soup is still
snacking on
simmering
Smarties.
downstairs in the crock pot.
Get some Jesus chicken.
So
Oh.
hopefully next week we play 7C again.
Yes. My job still sucks, but I will be in a better headspace. So for sure, we'll do it. I promise. You heard it here, folks. And if I say that I can't do it on the fucking chat, y'all tell me that I'm a big bitch and I need to do it. Somebody tell me that, please.
I can't say that.
No, but
so-
Jen can or Zoe can. Someone
Yeah.
can. Natalie, you want to play next week?
I can possibly play next week as long as my son goes to bed on time.
Fuck yeah.
Yay!
I can send you character sheets. We got you.
Okay.
Because they're all playing
Thank-
pre-draft characters except for Noah and Zoe because they played on the table. So
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
hell yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
All right.
Outro.
And Natalie's such a good player. She'll do the homework before she
She
plays
will.
the game. Unlike trying to do the
And-
homework as soon as the game starts.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had to do that. Fuck. You
I
need
try.
these or a roller, but we'll make it work.
All right. Jen, do you want to do our outro?
No.
Zoe did intro. She can do outro.
Our outro.
You have your emotional support Baymaxes.
Outro tonight, guys. Thank you for joining into the podcast. We loved having you. Make sure you hug your emotional support Baymaxes and/or dogs or cats, as we've seen them here on the street tonight.
Human.
Have fun playing. Be a good player. Think of a really cool movie or TV show that would be a fun RPG, and tip your waitresses. And have a wonderful rest of your night.
Woo!
Woo.
That was a good one,
Yeah.
huh?